Let's take a look of our dataset. We have job title column, we have company name, we have URL link. We're probably not going to need the URL link columns. We have our base salary column. As you can see, there's a mixture of string values as well as numeric values. We have our salary in hourly pay as well as in the annual salary. We have company location, company size, and educational level. And again, we have many blank values. For the experience requirement columns, we have a range, we have some numbers. And it's interesting that in our job skills, the skills are formatted in a horizontal way. They're all separated by a dot. So we're going to use Python to fix that. We have organization type, work environment, and work type. Okay, let's take a look of how we can code in Python. The environment that I'm currently using is called Visual Code Studio. On the top left, we have the code button. We have the markdown button. The code is where we put our Python scripts, while the markdown is basically we just put any text in it. So I would start with creating a markdown cell, £3. The pounds indicates this is a header. So data analyst, job in Canada. Click Shift Enter to execute. We can delete this, create another code cell, and make sure your code is currently running in Python language. You can choose any of these programming languages of your choice. Let's go with Python. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we want to import the necessary libraries to run our code. So I just pasted everything here to save you time. So we have our pandas library, NumPy library, Seaborn for data visualization, and a matplotlib. Since we're going to deal with a lot of text data, so I will use a technique called regular expression. We import RE and some more formatting libraries. And again, you guys don't need to understand all of these. We will work on it as we're working through the later stage of our projects. So click Shift Enter to run, execute the cell. The next thing we're going to do is we want to load the dataset. So let's see how we can load dataset into Python. We call it pd and .read. We can load many types of data types. We have CSV file, Excel file, HTML, and SQL as well. In this project, we will use read CSV. And then we want to copy the file path. So I will go to my folder. This is the data that I will use. Right click, copy as path. And then we're gonna path the file path. Right now, it's understanding that this is expressing as a text string. Basically, it's just a text string. It doesn't have any meaningful values. So what we want to do is we want to put a letter R in lowercase before this. So you can see the color has changed. It means that they understand that this is the location of the file. Great. So I will give our data frame a name. I call it df original equal sign. Okay, let's click Shift Enter to run. Oh, it seems like we encountered an error. Encoding error. This is a very common error when we're loading any CSV file. What we want to do is we just need to encode it. So encoding equals to ISO and then 8859 and then 1. Let's run again. Yep, seems like it works. And the next thing I want to do is I want to set the display max rows and columns for the output. Sometimes our data frame, we have a lot of number of columns, like 500, for example, and thousands of rows. So we want to set the maximum values to display for our output. So pd dot set option. We want to put display display.max columns, and then let's say for the column, let's say 20. want to copy, do it again. And now this time for rows. For rows, let's say 70. Okay, let's run. So before we even start analyzing any dataset, we need to perform data exploration on the dataset. So in this first stage, we will take a look of the total rows or total columns. We want to see the data types, data shape, and we want to see whether the data contains any null values or duplicated values. Data exploration. Okay, so this is how we're gonna view our data in Python. We call our data frame that we named earlier, and we use the head function. The head function will return the top 5 rows from our data frame. And the next thing I want to do is I want to see the shape of our dataset. See your data shape. Okay, so data frame original dot shape. Our data have 110 rows and 12 columns. And the next thing I want to do is let's see the data types for each column. See data types for each column and null values. Null values meaning blank values. Okay, so I will call our data frame. We use .info. Okay, seems like we have for our job title, company name, and URL, we don't have any null values, but we have a lot of for base salary and educational level. And all of our data types are in object data type. Wait, another useful way to kind of find how much null values for each columns. Let's see how we can do it. So check total null for each column. Okay, we call our data frame is null, and we're gonna layer. Oh, sorry. We're gonna layer with the sum function. Yeah, we have job title, company name, URL columns. They don't contain any null values. We have 69 blanks for base salary, 39 for educational level. Okay, looks pretty good to me. And let's get back to our data frame. For the company size, we have 1150. I want to see the total counts for each company size categories. It's a very useful information to see that. So total count for company size. I will call my data frame square brackets company size. The square bracket, this is where we gonna call out our specific columns from our data frame. And we're gonna use the value counts function. Click run. And we have 28 for 10,000 plus employees, 23 for 1,000 to 5,000 employees. And if you guys want to see this as a percentage, simply put normalize equals to true. Yeah, we have 25%, 21%. Okay, looking good to me. And the last thing that I'm gonna do is I want to check whether there are any duplicates. Check duplicates. Duplicates can occur when someone accidentally entered twice to our dataset. It can cause a data very biased data. So data frame original, check for duplicated, and then sum. Yeah, it's very similar to what we just did earlier. Okay, click run. Luckily, we have 0 duplicated. Yeah, and this is how we can see the surface level of our dataset. We have loaded our dataset and performing some data exploration. Well done.